Alright, tank update again. Okay, a lot of stuff has changed in the last couple days. I went and got some flourite, regular flourite premium, and I added it. And what I did was I yanked up all the plants on this left side. That's why they look like a mess. And I just floated them up on the right side. And so for a couple of days, this tank has looked like mud. The fish didn't mind, they actually loved it. And for some reason, this little banana plant flourished. It's got another shoot coming out. The leaves still look great, and it gained 2 roots. And that Amania gracilis next to it, that immersed twig that I grew, it's doing good. But the Amanias right here that I had floating, they were floating for a little while, so of course they started bending to the light like a floating plant. So yeah, they don't like to be moved, and also they like to be upright. But the flourite, yes, I rinsed and strained and dried, but it's still flourite, so it caked up the whole tank. There's still some all over the place, but it's not that bad. If you ever do flourite or sand and it cakes up your whole tank, a little cheap paintbrush is your best friend. There's still a little bit on the rippins. And oh, I got some panda cories. I got them for Christmas. I got 6 little pandas, and I got 2 female koi platies, or whatever they're called, but they look like koi designed to me. But yeah, just yanked up all these plants except for this sword. I just lifted it up a little bit and just kept building up the mound and lifting it up so it's higher. I got some crypts and some things that I'm gonna be getting, so I'll put them all around here. I'm not sure if I'm gonna cap this up. I mean, I would hate to get another bag of Eco Complete and then sand, but I might just cap it with black sand. I don't know. The cories will like it. I'm gonna get some more black sand and go over everything for them. I threw in some random lava rocks everywhere. And also, during the time period here while I was doing this, adding this flourite, of course I was doing like about 3 buckets water change, and then give it a couple hours to clear, brush some more off of some stuff, and then I would change 3 more buckets. So it's been through a lot of water changes, but it's not going to hurt my cycle or anything. The only thing I do for cycling, really, it's pretty much established, I guess, is the plants or the magic. My hang-on back here, it's just got some lava rocks and a couple little $2 ceramic rings bags that are supposed to go into aqua clear fluvels or something, and it's got a little piece of a sponge and a couple of pot scrubbies and some lava rocks. That's it. And I don't ever change that or clean it or anything. I don't have to. My nitrates and nitrites are 0, and there's no ammonia spiking ever in here. All I do is let the pre-filter clog up for a few days, and I just take it out and I just squeeze it out a bunch of times and put it back on. The only reason this filter's here right now is because I've been moving it from here to here to here to here and blowing all this dusty crap up everywhere. I did get a 3x3 clump of Christmas moss, and when I did get it in the mail, I had no idea it'd be the size of a softball. So after I wrapped a lot of it on some twigs and rocks and stuff, with the leftover big ball of it, all I did was just put it on the right side over here to float, because I mean I didn't know where to put it. So there's a big mess of it back here, and there was a big mess of it all over the tank, but the cories and the other fish, I put a little bit of fish food in there and a little bit of gel food that I made, and sprinkle a little bit of that here and there, and they just ran all over the place dusting for me. So I'm still dusting the plants too with the paintbrushes. These little plants here, the little generic money wart things or whatever that I got from a ditch, they didn't seem to get hurt by that. They're just stunted because they don't have light where they're at. But so I got Christmas moss that I've tied to these rocks. I went and got a spool of cheap 100% cotton thread. Stupid focus. Focus. There we go. But yeah, I got some 100% cotton thread, so that way it'll actually rot off and leave the moss intact this time, because the thread I was using didn't rot off. It was polyester. It was regular sewing thread, so you can still see it in places, but I've picked some of it off where the moss has established itself. The little pearl weeds over there, they're still kicking it. They're not dying anymore. The biggest secret to this tank flourishing has been since I started dosing Excel. I acclimated these little guys here, did it with water drip acclimation, which I normally don't do, but since I started dosing Excel, which I only dose 2 millimeters a day, and so I acclimate fish now, and if I ever get any val or anything, I'll have to acclimate that too. But yeah, that's about it. I'm not sure if I'm gonna cap that. I probably will, because I mean, I don't know, it's a big red mountain in there in the middle of all this black, and I think the sand will be good for them. Snails and everything are still doing good, still eating my plants. And oh yeah, I finally got some window privacy film and did the whole wet it down and use a credit card to get the air bubbles out for the back. It doesn't look completely natural, but that's okay. And I didn't move the tank, I just reached back there and did it, so it's kind of a pain. That's part of why the filters moved over to that side, getting out those air bubbles. Those amanias, I'll wait till they reestablish a little bit, and I'll probably clip the tops off so they're growing better. And I'll continue adding height. I need to add height on this right side too, but I'm not gonna do it with flourite this time unless I want to re-cake this tank up. I've been cleaning this tank for 2 days, and it's finally clearing up. But the dwarf hairgrass is in there somewhere. It's here and there, and it's still doing good. I mean, I don't run CO2. The banana plant is doing good. It's rooting and it's shooting, and that's without CO2. This anacris looks kind of crappy here, but that's because it was real dusty. I keep cleaning it off. I'll take out this piece of driftwood eventually and put some of that Christmas moss on it. But other than that, that's about it. I mean, I've had people ask me for a tank update, and I know it's not much, but that's about it really. Everything is doing pretty good in there. So that's my update. Not that you would, but if anyone has any questions about anything or about something in here, this is my first planted tank. I am not a pro, and this is not an aquascape. It's just random, whatever. But yeah, feel free if you want to ask about something or whatever in here. I'm still learning. Alright, so take it easy.